Hi students, this is Jilan Basha from Guntur. I hope everyone stay home and stay safe. Today my topic is 10th class circle CBSE. The definition: the collection of all points in a plane which are equidistant or which are fixed distance from a fixed point in a plane is called a circle. The set of infinite points. The set of infinite points in a plane which are equidistant which are a fixed distance from a fixed point from a plane is called a circle. That fixed point is named center of the circle. That O is called center of the circle. I will take that point P, Q, R, S. These are called fixed distances or equidistant distances from the center of the circle. This can be called as radius of the circle. Radius of the circle. See here, this can be denoted as small r. So such a type of radius, how many can be drawn in a circle? Infinite. So infinite radius can be drawn in a circle. So the radius, the sum of two radius, I will take two radius, the sum of two radius is nothing but diameter of the circle. Diameter of the circle. Otherwise, twice of the radius is nothing but diameter of the circle. This can be denoted as small d or capital D. Therefore, r is equal to d by 2. So radius is nothing but half of the diameter. So one more definition of the diameter is the longest chord. The longest chord in a circle is called a diameter of the circle. The longest chord in a circle is called the diameter of the circle. Okay, so such type of diameters, how many can be drawn in a circle? So diameters also infinite diameters. Infinite diameters can be drawn in a circle. So how to represent the circle? How to represent the circle? Representation of circle. Representation of circle. How to represent the circle? For suppose I take a circle, center O and radius R is a C1 circle. Okay, how can represent a circle? A circle with the center O and the radius R. And radius R. Say how can represent A, short form, how A, in place of circle simply have to write C, but here C1 is it. A circle C1, the center O and radius is R. For suppose I will take one more circle. This is center is O dash, but here radius is 2 centimeters. This is a C2 circle. A circle C2, center is O double dash and radius is 2. So I have to represent circle like this. Next one is congruent circles and concentric circles. So what is the definition of concentric circles and congruent circles? If two circles are having same radii and two different centers. So O is the center for this C1 circle. O dash is the C2 circle center. So this radius is R and this radius is R. So these two circles can be called as, these two circles are congruent circles. So what is the definition? If two circles are having same radius and two different radii, two different centers. A circle C1, center is O, radius is R, and a circle C2, center is O dash and radius is R. So this is about the congruent circles. Concentric circles, two or more circles are having same radii, same centers and different radii. Two or more circles are having, this is C1 circle, this is C2 circle, these two circles are having same center and two different radii. See how I will write represent like this. A circle C1, radius center is O, radius is R. A circle C2, center is O and radius is R. See, this is about the congruent circles and concentric circles. Next one is relationship between line and circle. See here, I draw some diagrams. This is C1 circle, this is line L. This is C2 circle, these two intersecting point AB, this is line is M. This is C3 circle, this line is N. Okay, all center values O, O dash, O double dash. This point is P. See here, this is circle and this is line. Any relation between these two? So this is circle, this is line. No relation is there. So when we will get intersect these two, you get relation. See here, this line M is passing through the circle at two distinct points. Is called secant of the circle. Secant of the circle. So what is the definition of secant of the circle? A line which intersects any two distinct points of the circle is called secant of the circle. Such type of secants can, how many drawn in a circle? Infinite. Infinite secants can be drawn in a circle. So these are all secant of the circles. If you draw like this also you get this. So how many secant can be drawn in a circle? Infinite. If you observe here, a line N which touches the C3 circle at only one point. This can be called as tangent of a circle. Tangent of a circle. A line which touches the circle at only one point is called a tangent of a circle. Okay, in tangents also how many drawn on a circle? Infinite tangents. So infinite tangents. Why? Because the circle is formed with a collection of infinite points. So every point making a tangent. So if you draw like this, you will get so many tangents. So infinite tangents can be drawn in a circle. This is the concept. I will go to now theorems. 10.1 theorem. In circles you have two theorems. One is 10.1 theorem and 10.2 theorem. So what is the 10.1 theorem? It says, what is the statement of 10 theorem? The tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So what is the statement? The tangent at any point to a circle, the tangent any point to a circle is perpendicular to radius through point of contact. So this is a statement. This is 10.1 theorem. So every theorem follows some steps. One is statement, second one is given, third one is required to prove, fourth one is you need construction, fifth step is proof. So what is given? See the diagram once. The tangents at any point to a circle. So they given this is circle and this is tangent. You already know what is the definition of tangent. Okay, a tangent which touches the circle at only point is called a tangent of a circle. That point is nothing but I take P is a tangent, O is the center of the circle. This is circle C1. Okay, what is given? The tangent at any point to a circle. They given circle and tangent and point given. A circle with the center O and xy is a tangent and xy is a tangent at a point of contact P. At a point of contact P. This is given a circle with center O. Xy is a tangent, P is the point of contact. So what you have to prove? So this OP is perpendicular to xy. See, is perpendicular to the radius. OP is the radius, perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So this one have to show OP is perpendicular to xy. Otherwise, OP is the shortest distance of tangent xy. For this construction, take point Q other than P. So already one point P is there. So I have to take one more point. Q is another other point other than point P on xy tangent and join OQ. Yesterday I am taking only one point. So such type of points, how many you have taken? Next, this is the given required to prove construction. So what is the proof? This is the proof. Listen carefully. Very easy proof. So if you observe here, how to show OP is the shortest distance of xy. Just what I am taking another point Q. So Q lies on xy tangent. So Q lies on xy tangent. But Q must lie outside the circle. So Q must lie outside the circle. Why? Because definition of tangent So you have P is a point of contact, so only one point on the circle, according to the definition of tangent. But here I am taking one more point on tangent xy, but that where is that point Q? Q is not inside the circle, outside the circle. So outside the circle I am taking. So clearly, for suppose Q is suppose the point Q lies inside the circle. What will happen, see once? Inside the circle. So the point, for example, you are taking outside the point, I declared. But for suppose that Q is inside the circle, that xy is becomes a secant of the circle. xy will became to secant of a circle, not tangent of a circle. Let OQ cuts the circle at R, point R. So if you observe here, OR and OP, these both are radius. So OR is equal to OP, nothing but these both are radii of a circle. One more step is there. Up to here clear? Q is lies on xy, but Q must lie outside the circle. Why? Because according to the definition of tangent, so only one point lies on the circle. Suppose that Q is does not lie on the circle, that this xy becomes as a secant, but you have to prove already the given tangent of a circle. So let OQ cuts the circle at R. OP is equal to R is equal to radii. You clearly observe in the diagram, OR is less than OQ. OR is less than OQ. So OR is the in place of OR I will write OP. Why? Because OP and OP both are radius. OP is less than OQ. You got clearly OQ is longer than radius OP. Radius OP. Okay? Radius OP. See here, since we take some points, not only this Q point, we will take some points. I will take this is A, this is B, this is C. I will take these all points. If you observe each and every point, if you compare all these line segments are longer than the OP. So you clearly got here OP is the shortest distance of xy. Therefore, OP is the shortest distance of xy. Therefore, OP is perpendicular to xy. Very important and easy here. But to clearly observe here. Take some points. I will tell one more example. Here point P is there, but here teacher. Here some students are there. A, B, C. Here teacher. Here some students are there. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. S6, S7, S8. 8 students are there. So that 8 students have some apples. So this teacher said, who will get in short time, who will give the apple in short time. I'll give those are the winners of this game. Teacher conducted one game. So who will give in short time to apple to teacher? So yes, S5 students only give the apple. If you compare the remaining 8 students, S5 student only, compare the 7 students, S5 teacher only, S5 student only give the apple to teacher. Why? Because this student only have small distance or short distance to remaining compare the students. Okay, like this. Next one is, I hope you understood this theorem. Next 10.2. So 10.2. Before going to 10.2, so what I said, tangents. If we take only one circle, how many tangents can be drawn in a circle? Infinite. For suppose they given external point P, only one point given. So how many tangents can be drawn from external point to this circle C1? This circle C1. How many tangents? This one, this. So these two only possible. These two only possible tangents to this circle. Okay, how many tangents can be drawn from external point to circle? 2 tangents. Okay, clearly now. So they given only one circle. How many tangents can be drawn in a circle? Infinite. I am telling here, from external point, how many tangents can be drawn in a circle is only 2 tangents. So that is the second theorem, 10.2 theorem. The 10.2 theorem will says the length of tangents, the length of 2 tangents, the length of 2 tangents from an external point, or outside point, from external point are equal. So what is second state? 10.2 theorem statement. The length of tangents can be drawn from external point to circle are equal. To a circle are equal. So this length of tangents, how many are drawing here? 2 tangents. So these two are to show equal. So what is given? They given length of 2 tangents. They given 2 tangents and one external point. Is a circle C1. The center is O. So what is given? A circle, the center O and radius is R, in which PA comma PB are 2 tangents. 2 tangents. So what you have to prove? PA is equal to PB. PA is equal to PB. For this construction, join OA and OB and OP. Join OA, OB and OP. So if you join here like this, you will get 2 triangles. You get 2 triangles. So one is triangle AOP and BOP. So what is the proof for this? I have one more point. So this is PA is the tangent and OA is the radius. According to 10.1 theorem, that radius is perpendicular to the tangent. that OB is the radius, this is perpendicular to the tangent. So what is the proof? Triangle A P A O, triangle P B O. So compare these two triangles. So angle OA is equal to OB. So in this triangle OA and in this triangle OB, these two are radii of same circle. So now simply have to write radii also, will get enough. So angle PAO is equal to angle PBO, each 90 degrees. Why? Because that radius is perpendicular to the, or the relation between tangent and radius, the angle making the angle is 90 degrees. Okay, tangent take the angle with the radius is 90 degrees, and OP is equal to OP. Why? Because this is the common side of these two triangles. So got clearly, triangle PAO is congruent to triangle PBO by right angle, hypotenuse, side rule. See here is a right angle opposite side called OP is the hypotenuse, these two are sides. So according to RHS rule, these two triangles are congruent. Therefore, if these two triangles are congruent, is nothing but remaining two sides also equal. PA is equal to PB by CP. Congruent parts of congruent triangles, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, okay, are equal. So these two triangles, if you coincide, you will get these two are equal. PA is equal to PB. Got clear? So these two theorems are very important. Exam point of view also in 10th class. You have one more formula, short formula. Very important this formula also. What is the formula? So how to find out the length of tangent? Length of tangent is nothing but L. So see the relation. So this is external point P. This point is A. Point of contact is A. O is the center of the circle. So you know the relation between the radius and the tangent is 90 degrees. Angle between radius and tangent 90 degrees. Join OP. You will get here one right angle triangle. So I want this value, length of tangent L I want. So you know about this one is the radius. This is the distance from center to external point. So if you observe, you have to apply the Pythagoras theorem here. So that Pythagoras theorem will says OP square, hypotenuse square, is equal to the sum of square of other two sides. So OP square is nothing but, I will write D square, OR square is nothing but, OS square is nothing but R square, PS square is nothing but L square. So I want L square value, so D square minus R square. Therefore L is equal to root of D square minus R square. So length of tangent, how to find out the length of tangent? L is equal to root of D square minus R square. So this is about the 10th class CBSE circuits. Thank you.